part 2 of BroBots in Disguise, episode 19, the one where everybody dies, where we're discussing the second half of the Transformers the movie and doing our segments. In the first part of episode 19, we discussed from the beginning of the movie to Optimus Prime's death, and then had a lengthy and interesting discussion about the music and songs of the movie and how they relate to the themes of the film. So get ready now for BroBots in Disguise, episode 19, part 2, season 3, episode 1.
And we're back from that much shorter break.
It's been 84 years.
Unfortunately, Jonah has passed away due to natural causes.
Oh no, just like Optimus Prime.
Jonah faded to gunmetal gray.
Hey, speaking of 84 years, 1984 was when the original series came out. It started. 1986 is when the movie came out. This episode will be coming out in 2026, which is the 40th anniversary of the movie.
Whoa.
Although it won't be coming out because the movie came out, I think, in August, I want to say.
Okay.
I might be getting that confused with Star Wars.
So,
but
40 years and some change.
Yeah. But 2026 as the anniversary year, this episode will be airing in the anniversary year.
Sweet.
Oh, nice. And did you guys
Happy
get
anniversary.
me the happy anniversary? And did you guys get me the DVD in 2006 or 2007? Because that would be funny to have a 20-year.
Yes. Well, yes, actually, the DVD I own is the 20th anniversary edition. So you probably watched it either in 2006 or 2007.
No way.
Right, so 20th year anniversary of me seeing this movie.
Yes.
The prophecy.
Yes.
The prophecy has been fulfilled.
And we probably watched it in 2004 the first time.
I think so.
When we rented it from Blockbuster.
Yeah. It had the cover of them all shooting up.
Yes. Yeah, 2004 or 2005. Yeah. Good stuff. Anyway.
But speaking of 2005...
yeah, why is the Earth so brown in 2005?
Pollution.
Because the Decepticons stole all the energy.
I think that they are projecting the brownness of the 80s into
Yes.
the 2000s.
Yes.
Because the 80s were rather brown. They were
Yes.
not neon.
Yeah.
Technically, if you think about it, it
Yeah.
takes a lot of resources to build something like Autobot City.
Yes.
And they're always fighting in deserts.
Yes.
Could it be that they've just been harvesting so many natural resources from the Earth to do all this stuff that it's now almost a barren wasteland?
We gotta build more combiners, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna build a Metroplex.
Hey, Metroplex was in a desert, so...
Yeah. Anyway.
This desert was once Detroit. We're not missing anything.
Yeah.
Now Detroit is a transformer. Detroitimus Maximus.
We call him Sonny.
Oh my
Will Smith is here.
Yeah. So, as mentioned before, Jonah, you have a note about Starscream and Astro Train.
Oh, yeah. The Decepticons have no scientific literacy whatsoever.
Yeah.
Throwing the wounded off to go lighter in space.
Yes.
Yeah. I still stand by my theory that Starscream just plotted with Astro Train to get rid of Megatron.
Yeah, that has to be it. I think that the Decepticons are pretty easy to gaslight, as you said. They're not very smart.
Yeah, Michelle, my wife, she asked, why does Soundwave just let Starscream throw out Megatron and then try to take charge? And the only thing I could think of to that is that Soundwave actually did think that Megatron was dead at this point. Because only Starscream could see, theoretically, only Starscream could see when Megatron could barely lift his head and say, I still function.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then with him out of the way, I guess, Soundwave is superior, so, it just makes sense that he would take charge.
Yep.
And he's never tried to betray, but we don't know that he doesn't have ambition.
Mm-hmm.
I always like the interpretation of Soundwave is loyal to his cassettes first. Like,
Yeah.
they're his little family.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So that
Yeah.
could also be part of it.
He is the marsupial transformer.
Or or apparently the Virgin Mary, according to our Christmas episode.
It's not out yet.
Would this
is
be
out.
a good time?
It is out. Yes, it is.
Would this be a good time to bring up my phobia of kangaroos? Might transfer to this family.
Hang on, are there any kangaroo transformers in Beast
I
Wars?
feel like there is. There's got to be a kangaroo transformer in Beast Wars 2 at least, or like Beast Wars Neo.
Okay, there is one in the
His name is Jungaroo.
Jungaroo. He is one of the beast formers in Headmasters, so he's not technically a transformer, but he is a kangaroo. I did not realize he was supposed to be. I did not realize he was supposed to be a kangaroo. Oh my goodness. Speaking of other monsters,
Unicron.
we get to Unicron. Megatron meets Unicron, played by Orson Welles.
Mahal, the Matrix is exquisite. Oh, there's another Matrix by Optimus Prime.
Oh my goodness. Fortunately,
Viewers, please look up that clip of Orson Welles doing the Paul Masson champagne commercial for context, because it's very funny.
It's essential Orson
Essential
Welles
viewing.
experience.
I wonder, because they pitched his voice down, and obviously, you know, as with all the Transformer characters, added a ton of vocoder effects to his voice. I wonder what it would be like to add all of these effects to the champagne commercial.
Yes.
And just slow it down.
Oh.
But I like how Megatron basically goes to hell and makes a deal with the devil to return.
Yes.
Yeah, and they gave Orson Welles all of the best lines in this movie.
Absolutely.
Absolute aura farmer, as the kids say.
The Orson farmer.
I know he was probably very drunk during this, but I don't know. The man did make and star in one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
So you know he can knock it out even when he's plastered.
Yes.
Nobody summons Megatron that it pleases me to be the first.
Fantastic.
Well, I love how Unicron is like, it plays into the fact that he's so primordial. He's beyond good, beyond evil. He just is. So he's like pretty nonchalant with how he interacts with Megatron. He's just like, yeah, okay, buddy.
Yeah. So, I love how this plays to the character of Megatron, because Megatron is always trying to be on top, always trying to be in control of everything. He's always, you know, I'm the greatest. I will always be the ruler. And then Unicron just puts him in his place. Every time Megatron tries to twist this situation to his, you know, well, what's in it for me? Why should I do what you want me to do? You know, or nobody summons Megatron. Unicron always has a rebuttal. Either it pleases me to be the first, or your bargaining posture is highly dubious, or, you know, just anything. You know, the point is you are a fool.
Yeah.
The Matrix has not been destroyed. The Matrix, you know, lives in Ultra Magnus, you know, yada, yada, yada. And then, basically...
You underestimate me, Galvatron, is one of the best reveals.
Fantastic. Well, my favorite one is, why did you torture me, Unicron? You have failed. Get wrecked, noob.
It's like, I mean, yeah.
Unicron is such a sassy planet,
Exactly.
devouring entity, and I love it.
It's amazing. Because he knows, like, dude, I'm a planet. You have nothing on me. But it's amazing that he fears only one thing, and that's the matrix of leadership. And what is the matrix? It is the collective wisdom of all the previous Autobot leaders, because it has the touch. It is the touch. It is, the power. But also, it represents till all are one, because originally the concept was whenever the Transformer, the leaders die, they go into which is kind of a weird and creepy, cosmic horror thing in itself, that, until all are one. Well, the matrix has been passed down through all of the Autobots until all of them have been absorbed into the matrix. But anyway, yeah, the power of friendship and the wisdom of the ancients. But yeah.
Even the bad guys have their own little bit of friendship here, as Orson Welles' planet turns the destroyed Decepticons into Galvatron's new minions.
Oh, it's such a cool scene. I love the effects in the scene. It's so 80s.
Yeah.
I love all the weird stuff inside Unicron. He's just so unearthly, so he's techno-organic in so many unsettling ways, very Geiger-esque, and just the background art inside of him in other scenes as well, when they go inside later in the movie, just it's so creepy, so good. But back to the transformation of Megatron into Galvatron and the other Transformers. You've got the two Seekers, Skywarp and Thundercracker, and you've got the three Insecticons. Now, who do you think became Scourge? Do you think it was... because it looks like, to me, Bombshell becomes Cyclonus.
See, that's the thing. Bombshell being Scourge would make a lot more sense.
Because he's got the little thing on his head.
He's got the thing on his head.
Right.
The sweeps are like an indeterminable amount of units.
Which the other Insecticons become the sweeps, right?
Yeah, so it would make sense that the Insecticons would do that. But in the animation, it's Bombshell who becomes Cyclonus.
Right.
And it doesn't make any sense.
And then one of the other, either Skywarp or Thundercracker becomes the Armada, which disappears in the next scene.
Yeah, Cyclonus and his Armada, which is like thousands of ships in the shot. And then it's like, it's actually just Cyclonus.
It's just one dude behind him.
Yeah.
And then he disappears. But, but the eternal debate has been, is it Thundercracker or Skywarp became Cyclonus? And I assume that, it wasn't, I think it's actually Bombshell. And then, but
visually it's Bombshell.
Yeah. Just assuming that because he's closer to the camera when he gets transformed. But
that's the thing, though, is that like Cyclonus, it would make more sense for him to be Thundercracker per the show, because Thundercracker's the more loyal of the Seekers.
Well, kind of, yeah. In the show, I suppose so. Although his actual original profiles says that he was kind of distrusting of them. Yeah. But he questioned his allegiance a little bit. But
also the names are kind of related. Thundercracker, Cyclonus.
Both are
related to
like sky
clouds, sky.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And also Thunder. If it was Skywarp, Cyclonus does not retain his abilities of teleportation. Yeah. Which is a shame. It would be cool to see Cyclonus teleporting around in a cyclone. So I think that makes more sense, that Thundercracker becomes Cyclonus, and then all the Insecticons become the sweeps, and the Skywarp becomes Scourge, possibly. Mm-hmm. Although in season 3 the sweeps sound much more like Cyclonus, or no, I'm sorry, Skywarp, voice wise. They've got that high pitched punk voice. Yeah. Anyway, I always thought that it was unfair that Megatron gets to come back as Galvatron, but Optimus dies. And I wonder if at one time Ultra Magnus was going to be an upgrade to, like, Optimus was going to come back as Ultra Magnus, because that was kind of the thinking in the toy. Optimus,
There's like a little white Optimus on the inside of Ultra Magnus.
which will come into play to something I'm going to say later. But the original Optimus in Japan is called Convoy, and Ultra Magnus was called Powered Convoy in the Diaclone series. But I think he's called something else.
This one has batteries.
Right. Well, he does. It's a power-up suit because the white cab part is a white Optimus Prime, and then it plugs into the trailer part to become the Ultra Magnus, right? But anyway, obviously that got scrapped and it became two different characters, and I think it's very indicative of the difference between the two leaders. Megatron can't let go of control, but Optimus trusts his team, and like Alpha Trion before him, entrusts the future to the next generation. Until they beg him to come back.
I was like,
At the end of
please,
season 3.
come back after this.
Which will be a whole nother discussion of character arcs when we get there. But, another question. Does Megatron know about the Matrix of Leadership before Unicron mentions it?
Well, everybody else seems to know what it is.
Yeah.
And then Megatron gives no indication of being confused by Matrix of Leadership. What's that? Like that, he's like, oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah. It may be just one of those things that everybody knows about, so nobody talks about it.
It's the open secret.
Right. But I've also been wondering on my recent rewatches, is Galvatron and Megatron the same person? Because Galvatron immediately just starts talking in the third person of himself as Galvatron. He does not. He doesn't. He doesn't refer to himself as Megatron powered up as Galvatron, right?
Yeah.
But everything he talks about, he talks like he is a continuation of Megatron, because, I mean, later on when he tells Ultra Magnus that he's going to crush him, he says, I, Galvatron, will crush you as Megatron crushed Prime. That seems to be like as if they are two separate people. However, he also claims to own Cybertron and all of its moons, which is another discussion we'll get to, because Megatron had conquered Cybertron at the beginning of the movie. So it's very nebulous.
It's it's not helped by the fact that Galvatron is voiced by Frank Welker in
season 3. He's Leonard Nimoy.
But it's a totally different voice and personality. Now, in that one, he is also clinically insane. But they have Leonard Nimoy in the movie, and he kind of acts totally different from Megatron. But he's got all the same goals, the same motivations, and the memories, and everything like that. Typically, go ahead.
It's like a little bit of body horror.
Yes.
This sort of like transforming into a different person, like being changed into something else, is pretty common in a lot of kids media. And whenever it came up as a kid, it just kind of unsettled me in a way that somebody could change your sense of identity in that kind of way.
Yeah.
And it's so permanent, it's so irrevocable, and you just are. Like, there's no going back from it.
But if you think about it, also, it's kind of, Megatron got what he wanted, but at what cost? Because he's powered up, and later series like Energon and Cybertron play into this, but, he's powered up by a dark god, essentially, right? Becoming Galvatron, but in that, he loses himself, because he's also, now he's Galvatron, and he may or may not still have Megatron within himself, although Astrotrain seems to think so in season 3 when he says, oh well, they were the same guy. Astrotrain, my beloved. But anyway, he knows what's up. But yeah, here he now he's a slave to Unicron, but now he's more powerful than ever before, and he test that out by vaporizing Starscream. But anyway, I believe you have another glorious note on Galvatron.
Oh yeah. Since we're all gonna die, I would like to admit something. I do not like Galvatron. He insists upon himself. I know that is probably such a lukewarm take by this point, but I don't like it. I love Leonard Nimoy. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's as iconic. It just feels like they grabbed Leonard Nimoy into the studio to do some voice work.
Yeah.
I feel like like what we talked about, like having your identity and a core part of you being gutted is interesting and terrifying, but it also removes a large part of what made Megatron an interesting villain.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Also, Starscream is my favorite Decepticon, aside from Astro Train, so him getting vaporized always upset me slightly.
That's fair.
Understandable. I had to let my wife know that Starscream comes back as a ghost in season 3 because she was concerned about that too.
Yeah.
It's
just not the same.
Yeah. I can't deny how poetic it is that it's only when he gets leadership of the Decepticons and literally like it's a crowning achievement. Like it's the trumpets, the fanfare, the crown, the cape, the pauldrons.
He got an anime makeover.
Yeah. And
the trumpets. I love the Constructicons playing the trumpets. Half of them don't even have mouths.
How did they go from infighting to Starscream getting them to play trumpets for him?
Well, on the 2006 DVD, there's several commentaries, and one of them, somebody said, I always just theorized that Starscream hid in a corner until everybody beat each other up and then stood up and said, I'm the winner!
That's fair.
Valid.
And I consider that headcanon.
Yeah.
I have a wild theory, is that the Constructicons...
And Astro Train is the one who crowns him, isn't he? No, I think it is him. They were in cahoots!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
This proves my theory. I had to go back and check out that scene to double check that, but I'm pretty sure Astro Train is the one who crowns Starscream.
That's a better theory than mine. Mine was just that the Constructicons were repressed band kids who finally got a chance to get out their trumpets. That's why they fell in line.
Yes.
I don't know. The Constructicon Tabernacle Choir could have gone really hard.
Big band.
So those Decepticon statues are allegedly previous Decepticon leaders, and in one of the original drafts, those flames underneath are their sparks, and they get broken during a fight, and they are the ones that become the new Decepticons.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Galvatron and Cyclonus and Scourge and all that.
An army of hell warlords.
Right.
Like, what the heck? That's so cool.
Also, these Decepticon statues sort of reappear in
the crypt.
In the crypt, although it's been added to with Starscream and Thundercracker and all of them, which implies that the Decepticons don't know that Thundercracker and Skywarp became the Cyclonus.
See, that's my thing. It's like,
the sweeps.
Do they even know that they became Cyclonus and sweeps?
I fully believe that Cyclonus and Scourge are completely new people because Scourge, at least I think it's Scourge. It might be one of the sweeps. Says, "Remember, we belong to him," and Cyclonus's personality in season 3 is like none of the Decepticons that got turned into Cyclonus and his armada. So I fully believe that Cyclonus is a completely new character.
Yeah.
But Galvatron definitely probably has remnants of Megatron, but kind of thinks of himself as a new character. But also, I would be curious to know what you think of Galvatron as we go into season 3, because he completely changes again at the beginning when they recover him.
They basically find him with fried brain circuits.
He's like if Megatron went insane, which actually we see that in the comics because Megatron does go insane in the Marvel comics. So
yeah.
Oh.
And then also Galvatron. Oh wait, no, that's Thundertron. Or not Thundertron. What is his name?
Who?
Comics.
Comics.
Thunderwing.
Thunderwing.
That's who I'm thinking of. Matrix, Creation Matrix guy.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Psycho Mantis.
Psycho Mantis.
Psycho Galvatron. But yeah, I think like as far as like you have a lot of really good potential with the sweeps and the Cyclonus and Galvatron, and like the potential for exploring like, do they even remember who they are? Do they still retain the same stuff? But like none of the canon is interested in telling that story, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why probably IDW just elected to make them their own different ancient Cybertronian
and
characters.
typically whenever we get like, you know, in the Unicron trilogy we get like a Megatron Galvatron transition, it's usually just a palette swap where it's like, now I'm more powerful than ever,
and
still the same
purple.
dude, but like apparently purple just means more powerful.
Yeah. In Decepticon land, sure.
to sell more toys.
Well, obviously you're becoming more like the emblem, so
Yeah.
Which, you know, he's got the three, you know, he's got the little crown, which is the three spikes, just like the Decepticon symbol. Yeah. Actually, the Decepticon symbol is based off of Soundwave's head, if you didn't know.
I actually didn't know that, but it makes sense.
Yeah. And then Tarn just has the Decepticon symbol as his face.
Yeah.
And the Autobot symbol was based on...
The last Autobot, wasn't it?
Well,
they
in the
retroactively.
lore.
Yeah.
In the lore, the
Yeah.
last Autobot has the Autobot's face. Yes. We move on to the moon bases are being destroyed, and our first swear word.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Transformers.
I don't...
Our little story of this swear word, I guess we were just young enough to not really recognize it as a swear, but we always thought that he said, "Oh ship, what are we gonna do now?"
Yeah, because, you know, the ship, you know, they all transform into vehicles, so the ship could be a transformer. He could be asking the ship if they what they were gonna do.
Yeah.
So yeah, we thought it was a transformer that he was talking to.
What was your reaction, Jonah?
As a kid, I was just like, "Oh, okay." But
Oh, it's that kind of
I
movie.
don't. I think that my parents didn't really consider that to be such a bad word, because I'll be honest, my grandmother still continues to say that all the time. My parents were more like no F word and no taking the Lord's name in vain.
Those were the only two.
Yeah, those are the only
sense.
two for them. I was not allowed to watch Indiana Jones, The Raiders of the Lost Ark alone because they took the Lord's name in vain in one scene, but I was allowed to watch plenty of James Bond movies as a kid because surprisingly, I don't think they take they say anything except for like the Timothy Dalton ones. I wasn't allowed to watch those.
God.
Wow.
Daniel Craig movies weren't out yet by this time.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm old.
Obviously, our mom was like, "What?"
Hardline. Any swears.
So whenever we watched it afterwards, we would always just mute it whenever that scene came up.
We had like timestamps just memorized in our head.
Yeah. But when we were watching this in the theater, I got to see this movie twice in the theater. I may have already mentioned that.
Yay.
But one time I took Michelle before when we were dating, and she turns to me and is like, "In a kids movie?"
I mean, now
And
it
I'm
just made me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
me
I
too.
watch it, it's just so out of place.
It is, yeah. Oh, okay. There are some accounts that say that this was a ad lib by the actor Corey Burton plays Spike, right?
I think so.
Because he just couldn't be scared enough. But other accounts say that this was intentionally added so that they could get somehow out of all the violence in this movie, they still couldn't get a PG rating. And they wanted it to be PG so that it would seem tougher so that they could get the teen audience interested in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, was PG-13 a thing yet?
Not yet. Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom was same year as this, actually.
Yes.
So
the controversy hadn't happened yet.
Yeah. I think it was the same year as this.
I think so.
Anyway, also Ewoks Battle of Endor. One of the best Star Wars movies.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, I'm a nerd. Anyway, yeah. So
No, you're Frankie.
yes, who is a nerd?
Oh, 1984.
Oh, okay.
Was Temple of Doom.
All right. So yeah, so maybe they weren't going quite for PG-13, but anyway, they put this in there so that they would get the PG rating for the theaters.
Yeah.
Anyway, also, I mentioned the moon bases earlier. Now that I remember, so I won't go into as much detail. But Moonbase 2's destruction was supposed to come later in the film, which would have probably paced it out a little bit better. But also it works here.
Yeah.
However, it explains why Moonbase 3 looks suspiciously like Moonbase 2.
Yes.
In the immediate following shot where Galvatron's saying, "All the moons belong to me!"
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
It's like in Shrek 2 when the Starbucks gets destroyed and they run across the street to the other Starbucks.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Oh,
That's why we got
thank
multiple.
Goodness. A spare moon base.
So I choose to believe that there is as it stands, as a finished product, I choose to believe there is at least 3 moons. At least, if not more.
It's cooler to have more moons in the sky.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
I love your note about Galvatron's subordination or enforced subordination.
Oh, yeah. Galvatron has taken Starscream's place. And
Yes.
Unicron has
Yes.
taken Megatron's place. Because now he's trying to backstab him and take his place, but he's now incompetent and, put in his place. And Unicron is like 5 steps ahead constantly.
Galvatron's
And
constantly scheming.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that shift in the dynamic. That's something that I actually like that this movie did, I believe intentionally, with Galvatron.
Absolutely.
Even if I think that he's inherently a weaker character than Megatron.
Yeah.
Like
he really gets put in his place.
I even like the narrative thread, even though I'm not a huge fan of the Transformers Prime Unicron possessing Megatron arc of that last chunk of the show. I like the dynamic of by the time he's free from Unicron's possession of him, he's been so traumatized from that he's like, I'm tired, y'all. I just want to leave.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I have no drive to enslave and conquer anybody because I have been enslaved and conquered. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this Unicron. Well, that's too damn bad.
You're gonna get that matrix of leadership and you're gonna like it. But excuse me. Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, once again, the destruction of the moon bases really ramps up the impending doom of it all and the terror, the oncoming terror. And this time, after watching season 1 and 2, my wife was like, "No, don't hurt my baby boy Bumblebee."
She actually got invested.
So then after all that terror, we cut back to Earth to this really great, fantastic, fun escape sequence. Total whiplash once again strikes again. But that's just the MO of this movie and I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love the bit where Cup is telling the Dinobots a story. Number one, the tell Grimlock about Petro Rabbits is great.
What do your good part of story?
I love Cup's war stories. You're living one now.
I like Cup a lot. He's one of my favorites from this movie.
Absolutely.
Unlike Galvatron, Cup does not insist upon himself.
But I love the arc of Cup has a story for everything. And it even helps in different situations. Like, every place reminds you of someplace else. Experienced lad you should learn to appreciate. And then, this reminds me of the Shrike Bats of Dromedon. How'd you beat them? Oh, we inverted polarities, and then that helps them get out of the missiles, through the whole movie, he's like, this reminds me of something else. And then, when they ask about Unicron, Springer's like, I don't believe it. And, Hot Rod says, "Doesn't this remind you of anything?" Because they kind
of like with a half smile too.
Kind of fly in, to this like horrifying, like they beyond their imagination. This giant transformer is attacking Cybertron, and he says, "Nope, I've never seen anything like this before. It hits so hard
every time."
Or at least it would if they spent any time on it, because they immediately cut to Daniel's saying, "Where's my dad? And we're going to find out." And then they just run into Unicron's eye, and it's so good. Anyway, yes.
I actually did want to ask you real quick about the Shrike Bats of Tromadon and the Ikiak, because when I was watching it, it was like, is this? I assume that Transformers has like Star Wars level of lore and glup shittos.
Yes.
That it's just like a random line has a whole like 50 paragraphs detailing the lore. And
yes, actually. Maybe not 50 paragraphs, but several paragraphs at least. TF Wiki is the Wikipedia of Transformers. And there is a page for both Ikiak and Shrikebat. And they come back in season 3. We actually get a flashback
Cup's
to
old
Cup's
mission.
old in the episode Chaos. Cup tells the story of when he was trapped on one of the planet Dread, and he goes into a cave and is attacked by Shrike Bats, which are basically bats with really big, long faces.
Long nose.
Yeah, and he's also chased by an Ikiak, which is this dragon-looking thing with multiple arms, which he tricks into sinking in the mud.
Real quick, I love that on the wiki under the Ikiak's image it says it looks kind of like that mechanical dragon Scooby-Doo ran into when he met Sandy Duncan. That's a very specific reference.
Oh yeah,
it really is. And they're not wrong.
I love TF Wiki's extremely specific image caption.
Yes, but
yes, that episode of Scooby-Doo. Sure, I get that reference.
It's like, yes,
sure, whatever. But yeah, the Ikiak is mentioned also in Transformers Information Administration Teletran 15 Go Go, which is a Japanese thing, and then also. I believe it's a thing. It's like little shorts from the Kiss Players.
Oh gosh,
series,
not the Kiss Players.
Just giving information on characters, and then also in the IDW continuity, Cup apparently fought Ikiaks in Spotlight.
But
Cup.
spelled Igyak.
Yeah,
Instead of Ikyak.
At least they're just mentioned, because I've read that one and I don't remember them actually being in that issue. The Shrike Bats are mentioned in Wings Universe, which is a comic series. The IDW continuity comic series, and the Beast Wars Uprising comic continuity series. And they're mentioned in Transformers Earth Wars, which is a mobile game, I believe. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. So, yeah, the Shrike Bats get around. I hope that you can always use inverted polarities. I'm sorry, invoided polarities.
Invoided.
to defeat them. Interesting. I wonder what that. I'm guessing that has something to do with like it messes with their like being bats. I imagine they have some sort of sonar. And it must mess with them. But anyway, Galvatron chases them off of planet Earth through space, and then the Autobots or Hot Rod's crew crash lands on Quintessa, and Ultra Magnus's crew crashes on Junk, and then Unicron summons Galvatron across the galaxy to tell him, you suck. keep working.
This could have been an email.
Exactly.
Unicron's a terrible manager.
That is
really
the
is.
one and only plot hole and grievance I can find with this movie. Anything else I can explain away in some way.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to later on also. But we will focus first on the robot piranhas of Quintessa. And we'll
Robot piranhas!
Piranhas.
Oh, man.
Okay, so just nature on Quintessa
Yes.
is so cool. I love the aesthetic of Quintessa as a whole. Just everything down to the plants, the wildlife, the whole architecture of the place, like everything being smooth and silver and kind of like techno-organic, but not like fully organic. It's all silver and all like green and like, it's such a good design for an alien civilization.
It is really good.
That runs on the same scale as Transformers and the same material as Transformers. It feels like such a lost colony of some kind.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's just so interesting because, as in the Five Faces of Darkness, Quintessons created Cybertron and the Transformers. Spoiler alert.
You're my dad.
Boogie woogie woogie. Anyway, yeah. So this is what they do, just unchecked, just creating just this weird and, as Cup accurately describes it, twisty planet.
Yeah.
And I wonder, are squids and alligators aliens that just landed on our world, or did the Quintessons base these alligator cons and Sharkticons and squids off of, did they create everything on Quintessa, or did they create it based off of the Earth animals, or is it just convergent evolution?
Heck, I mean, like most recent Quintesson lore puts them as basically the forerunners, like in Halo sort of thing. So.
Yeah, and alien architects.
I think that convergent evolution is likely because I know that crocodiles have been pretty much relatively the same for a ancient long time evolutionarily, and I think that there's scientific consensus that aliens would most likely have tentacles.
Yeah.
Just makes sense.
Cephalopods.
It shows up a
Yeah.
lot.
Also,
As in
pretty
the
sure
hit movie Arrival.
Yeah, so I mean, if it works really well on our planet, then it probably works really well on other planets.
Right. Exactly.
I wish we had tentacles.
Moving on from tentacles.
Moving on quickly to the Quintessons, who are all tentacles. What a
That's fair.
freaky species. The character designs in this movie and the background designs, I've said it before, I'll say it again, background designs are just so far and above anything in the season 1, 2, or 3. It's just incredible. I decided to go and look up the background artist on IMDb and see what else they worked on, and mostly it's anime because it's a lot of
That makes sense.
Japanese
Yeah.
studios working on this film, but most of them went on to work on things that don't look like they would have as interesting backgrounds as this movie does. A couple of the anime that they worked on, possibly, haven't watched them yet. I may in the future just to see the backgrounds. But yeah, this movie is just so alien and weird, and although it is funny that every planet they land on, something is a robot and something transforms.
Yes.
Yeah. Look,
It
in
is the
this
Transformers,
universe,
the movie.
That's just the natural state of things. Things are
Yeah.
mechanical.
Just makes
I don't know
sense.
if you know this the short story They're Made of Meat. I think that's what it is.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
love that one.
Oh, tell me.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of this.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's entirely dialogue based. It's about two aliens describing humans in disgust, like they're made of meat. Like that's all they are.
Like they're freaked out by the fact
Okay,
that
yeah. Maybe I have
we're
heard
the
of this one.
outliers.
Yeah. Maybe I have heard of this one. Yeah. It's funny because in season 2 and 3, we do see that there are other aliens that are organic. So it's just funny that all the aliens in this movie have something robotic about them.
Right.
Although the Quintessons arguably are techno-organic. So.
But I like that humans seem to be the outliers as far as scale. Like, we're usually like the smallest of the bunch whenever we see more galactic stuff.
Yeah. Humans are unusually small amongst the cosmos.
Yeah.
Both in body and in just,
Presence.
Yeah.
In a dark foresty way, it actually kind of makes sense there would be so much mechanical life because extinction events are pretty like universally common. Yeah. So it would make sense for the mechanical artificial life to outlive the original creators because it can withstand, environmental changes, atmospheric catastrophic changes like climate change and stuff. So the creators are just long dead.
Yeah, right. I mean, take the Transformers, for example. Their planet is dead.
Yeah, they're still kicking.
And they're still moving around. So, yeah.
And I love how the Quintesson's presence, just randomly showing up in this, leads to, like, they are entrenched in Transformers, like, deep lore and stuff. Like, anytime Quintessons show up in any capacity in any show, it just enhances the world building of the whole series and stuff. Like, it so good every time that they show up.
Whether or not they are the creators or not, it's very interesting. And speaking of all of the
galactic world
building, I love the idea that there is a universal greeting, some sort of lingua franca. Is that right?
Lingua franca.
Yeah, lingua franca of the universe that everybody can just say. To your point earlier, Jonah, about wave hello and try to make friends with, that there is a universal greeting.
Yeah.
And the fact that it is the absurd sentence "Ba weep grana weep nini bong" is so good.
I believe in the official spelling of it. It is like 5 or 6 A's in gra.
Grana. Of course, Cup would know this because it's just, Cup's been around. He's been all over the universe. He knows everything. And he knows the universal greeting.
Yeah, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 total A's. And it's grogna.
Yes. It's so good.
Ba weep grogna weep ninny bong.
But like you were saying, Hayden, it is, daring to be stupid to reach out and, make friends with people you've never met before.
Yeah.
But, and I love that it doesn't work the first time.
Right.
Like they get attacked. These alligator cons or whatever they are, are just interested in the Energon goodies, They just want to get what they want, and when they can't get what they want, they take them prisoner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but, hope shines through, like we were saying, Hot Rod's willing to take a second chance on it, and it works the second time.
Right.
Yeah. Doing it a second time is daring to be stupid. It's like, it didn't work the first time. Why would you try this again?
Exactly.
It's so good. I love the universal greeting, and Quintessa is so interesting. It looks like it has an atmosphere.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
Of some kind.
Not in season 3.
Well, it's also like it's not even like a full planet. It's like a planet that extends out into like a ring.
Right. How does gravity work on this weird world? It's like halfway ring world, halfway planetoid. So strange. Strange. What a twisty planet.
Twisty.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say it's just like the art and the design. We've been gushing about it. It's so good, especially the multi-faced magistrate, whatever his name is. I just love it. He's just a freaky little guy that they put in the movie. They didn't have to go so hard on that.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah. I love the idea of like the different faces and stuff like that. My theory in season 3, they go back to Quintessa and go through another trial. And they are trying one of the Quintesson judges, whose name is Deliberata, which is just hilarious and the most Transformery name. And I wonder if this is Judge Deliberata, because when the Dinobots break them out of when the Dinobots break them out and send the Sharkticons to attack the Quintessons, they obviously lose control, but by season 3 they've regained control. So I wonder if this is Deliberata and he's on trial for losing control of the Sharkticons in the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole courtroom scene moves so smoothly to some sort of demented rhythm, with them being moved in. This place reminds me of the Night of Slave Mines on Galgana 7. And then just, hey, what's happening over there? Guilty or innocent? Innocent. Feed him to the Sharkticons. And then he just falls in and gets eaten. And we've got to get a new travel agent. but then they're thrown in jail, and they're given a lore dump about Unicron from Kranix, which also, poor Kranix, he's the last of his kind. And
I love that silent storytelling with Kranix, where we just see him at the beginning. We don't know who he is. Shows back up in the middle of the movie, and it's like, oh wow, he's a survivor of Unicron, and just used as an example of the casual cruelty of Quintessa.
Yeah,
where it's just, it doesn't matter his history or story.
Yeah,
just gets shuffled out,
survivor of Lithone,
thrown into a pit. You literally hear him screaming and wailing in agony for like an uncomfortable amount of time.
Yes. And then just cap off the whole scene with, "Not the end I'd wish for, lad."
Jordan, I don't think you're thinking broadly enough, because this also shows the casual cruelty of the writers of this movie.
Yeah.
They did not care.
This poor guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, they were like, how mean can we be in this movie to everybody?
I will say,
the audience, all the characters.
Loved that he was defiant until the end, where he's just like, spare me this mockery of justice, just get it over with.
But yeah, I see you have the Quintesson heads pulled up.
Yes, I did want to get into the Quintesson, like the 5 heads. They all apparently represent something. Like they're like ceremonial heads that represent different aspects. So the green one that kind of looks like a pharaoh and has like the weird teeth, that one is death. And it's there's a couple different interpretations for all these faces, but this one is always death. The one that has like devil horns and it's got like a like that, is anger, rage, or wrath. The one that's got like a little orangey flower on his head and he's got like big swollen cheeks and a mustache, is smiling, laughter, war, or wit. I've seen war quite a bit for him. The one that's got like a big turban, green and blue, with kind of a scowl on his face and a big goatee, is grimacing, bitterness, but more commonly wisdom. And the one that's got like yellow kind of spikes on the top of his head and is like a little further down with his face is suspicion, doubt, and judgment, but mostly doubt. So they apparently represent quintessential aspects of the Quintesson's judicial like values and stuff. Instead of like truth and justice and everything like that, it's death, war, wrath, wisdom, and doubt.
Nice.
Twisted.
As we see. A little less twisted. Wheelie.
Wheelie!
Wheelie!
Where did he come from?
Yeah, what a enigmatic character.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a little guy. He's really played like a kid, you know. He's supposed to be sort of like this kid character, and I like him in the movie. I totally get why he's annoying. You know, people consider him annoying in season 3, especially in 5 Faces of Darkness. It can be very annoying, but I like him in the movie. Also, he's played by Frank Welker, so he went from being Megatron to being this little child.
Dang.
I know.
The downgrade. Look how they massacred my boy.
But yeah, he talks in rhymes and he's kind of helpful, and just it's just interesting. How did he end up on this planet? Is he the last survivor of some colony ship that crashed here? Was he created? No, probably not, because he's got the Autobot symbol and he considers any Autobots his friends.
I think it was like a DevCon type, just kind of like flying through the galaxy, just doing stuff.
Yeah. So maybe on his own crashed on this planet.
I always thought he was an Ewok by his little helmet shape. Kind of looks like the hat that Wicket wears.
Yeah, he is kind of like a Ewok.
Just as annoying too. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I dislike Wheelie in this for entirely different reasons than most people do.
Yeah,
I hate him because of his voice. Because it physically hurts my ears to listen to. And that's not an exaggeration. It's that I actually I'm like, it makes me wince.
It just hits
it's just the frequency for me. It's like nails on a chalkboard sort of sound. Like, it's like, I was watching this movie with headphones, and I kind of had to
Okay. Yeah. No, I only ever I watch it on speakers.
Yeah.
It's not as bad in the theater.
I am biologically opposed to Wheelie.
You're like an Akira over there, like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Wheelie!
No. Yeah, no. But I like what he represents. It's just like we find friends in the strangest of places, and sometimes we just need a perspective shift, because at first Grimlock doesn't like him either.
Yeah.
Me no like you. Why boy hit my nose? And then he just teams up with him. It's like, hey, look, we're it's the first, what you guys were talking about earlier. It's the first instance of hey, let's put dare to be stupid. Let's set aside our differences and work together.
Well, also, it's Wheelie's a little tiny guy. It would be kind of stupid for him to try and make friends with the gigantic dinosaurs.
Right.
But, I mean, he goes for it and it works out, so you never know.
Yeah. All right.
Who wouldn't want to be friends with the giant robot dinosaur?
Exactly. Well,
I want to be friends with
I'd rather be friends than enemies. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to talk about Liquid for a second before we take a break?
Liquid.
Oh, yes. How does Liquid work on this planet?
Yeah.
You see the Sharkticons float in it, but Hot Rod and Cup sink in it.
And it's yellow.
Also, bubbles blow from Cup's mouth when he's underwater.
Yeah. Does he breathe?
Did I catch that right?
Yeah. I think maybe he's just got an air pocket inside him, and since Hot Rod's been yelling, he already expelled all of his air.
Okay, that's fair. And as machines, I could see them as having exhausts like a car. I mean, they're Autobots.
There
so
still has to be circulation and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have a fuel to air mixture ratio thing to run an engine. I mean, I know they run on energon, but also
you still have to do something, with entropy, so it has to leave you somehow as you expend it.
So if Junkion is where all the hard parts trash land in space, maybe Quintessa is where all the grease you pour down your drain ends up.
That's a good theory. That would explain.
Junkion is the poop island. Quintessa is the pee island.
Oh no. And with that, let's take another bathroom break.
All right.
Speaking of.
And we're back from an even shorter break.
It's only been 30 years.
I know. Sadly, Hayden has passed away this time.
We've already... I'm the only one left. Unicron says to me, "You have failed."
You have failed.
Or no. Unicron says to the bathroom, "You have failed," because Frankie still lives on the planet of junk, i.e. his room that is a mess because it's littered with Transformers, and is still recording the podcast.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, we've already talked about how Unicron needs a more effective way to communicate.
Zapping his employees. What a terrible manager.
We both made the same. We both made a note of that.
Can you imagine? You can only communicate with people by getting you have a taser collar, and it's just somebody wants to call you, and then you're just like, and then, and then they call
sorry,
you.
Go ahead. I hate to tell you, but there are people who do that.
Oh, gosh.
However, this is a PG movie, so we will not get into it.
Yeah.
It's like the world's worst pager.
Yes.
Electrocuted. Do we want to talk about that third note, Frankie? After the break?
Yeah, I just wrote it that way to give you guys alarm. I just wrote down
Because
RC mommy. But the reason I wrote that was because she takes on a much more motherly role at this point. Up to this point, RC, I guess we are skipping over to the planet of junk. RC has been
Coddling.
no,
Stick it, Daniel.
no,
Gotta get him out in the world.
not really. She has been kind of almost reckless. She's cared about other people, like, hey, we gotta wait for Cup and Hot Rod. I was afraid you'd be trapped outside the city, but she's been very, action oriented. She's been
More capable than Hot Rod.
yeah. No, you better stay close to me. But no, we first see it, she rescues both Hot Rod and Daniel when the Decepticons attack and scare them off Earth. But here she really takes on her motherly role that we see throughout season 3 and definitely in season 4. What little there is of season 4.
All 3 episodes of it.
Kind of taking on a motherly role to Daniel because, they had to evacuate him into space with them when they escaped and weren't able to give him back to Carly before they left. And she's not in this movie, even though she was in earlier drafts. She got cut. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, she does reappear in season 3 though. But she gives but she's not like exactly coddling Daniel. She is kind of encouraging him. She gives him Spike's old exosuit to explain why it fits Daniel. It's his old one. And is encouraging him to reach out and be able to help because they do let him help repair the ship. And I don't mind Daniel. He's not terribly interesting, but as
far as annoying kid sidekicks go, he's not annoying. Like he's
definitely a kid sidekick. But,
he's fine.
It's when he teams up with Wheelie. No, Headmasters, he's obnoxious.
Oh, yes.
But, I like that he has a mini arc in this movie. He goes from dependence, he depends on RC, he depends on Springer, he depends on, whoever's close at hand, because obviously he's small and squishy.
Yeah.
But he goes from dependence to independence. He starts to get it a little bit with the exosuit. And then Blur and RC just dump him when the Decepticons attack on Junk. RC's the first to go. She transforms and just peels out.
See ya.
And then Daniel's like, "What do I do?" And Blur is just like, "Learn, grow up,
transform it. You can do it. I don't care."
And then he just transforms and leaves. But it's incredible by this point in the movie. You at least you get past the trauma of all the other people dying and just kind of buy into the uplifting message of never give up and stupid, awesome action
Believe in
scenes.
yourself.
Maybe that's why Ultra Magnus is the only one who gets fixed, even when he just died.
Well, that's the funny thing with Daniel's like arc. I mean, the fact that he even has an arc in this movie is insane.
Yeah.
Like,
but then later on, he actually does learn to use his exosuit because he gets to transform and escape a little bit, and then he smacks Wreck-Gar on the head with an I-beam, which just makes me crack up. So funny. But then also later on, he actually saves his dad and Bumblebee and other marketable characters from being disintegrated.
I was about to say that explains why they break the logic of this movie to rebuild Ultra Magnus, because the first part of this movie, it was dark, from a marketing perspective to get rid of the toys, but now it's gone back to just being kind of like a Transformers episode because these are the new characters that we're going to be sticking with for next season.
Well, there's a little bit of a precedent because Cup is torn apart and put back together also by the squid, and Hot Rod is able to fix him. Here, and interesting thing, in the initial drafts, this was cut because they thought it'd be too violent, and I'm like, should have just went for it. It would have got you that PG rating. Ultra Magnus, when he's killed by Galvatron in the sweeps, he was initially supposed to be laser lassoed and quartered.
Drawn and quartered.
Which would have lined up with Unicron's line about stalk him and tear him apart.
Yeah.
And it would have explained why he was easier to put back together, because maybe his limbs were ripped off, but he wasn't killed.
Yeah.
So that's why he was, Plus, the Ultra Magnus toy is, as I mentioned earlier, an exosuit for a internal robot.
Yeah. Which that could, even play into his arc in a little more whimsical way, is that, Ultra Magnus just kind of reveals after all this time, his whole body gets destroyed, and then this little white Optimus dude pops out, and it's like, Ultra Magnus? And he's like, yeah,
no,
this is the real Ultra Magnus. I'm just a little guy.
I'm just Magnus.
I'm just Magnus.
My Ultra suit got destroyed.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I didn't know that about Ultra Magnus, and I really like the idea of him being
his toy is like the like a little mech thing. It's weird, but sometimes it shows up in different characterizations.
So that's why for years and years they just did white repaints of Optimus Prime and called it Ultra Magnus and called it a day. But finally we're seeing the resurrection of Ultra Magnus as, the armored
shoulder
character.
pads.
However, now they've kind of taken away the inner white Optimus, which is kind of weird, because now it's just like the cab itself just folds in, which is screen accurate because we never see the white Prime Magnus in the show, but
that could actually
IDW actually did something with this where there was, I think his name was Minimus Ambus or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Minimum Ambien. I don't know. But he was like a little mini-con. He was like a little mini-con that was inside the Ultra Magnus mech suit.
Right.
And Ultra Magnus was like this ancient warrior armor or something like that. I don't know. It was interesting. They did actually make a toy that did that too when they were making IDW toys all the time.
But I kind of like the idea of it's like, why is Ultra Magnus, he's so big and so strong, why is he not really being that great of a leader? And it's like, he's just a little guy. He's just trying to look as big and powerful as Optimus, but he's not a leader.
Do we want to talk about Magnus as a leader? Because obviously the big line is, "I can't deal with that now." Which, to be fair, the older I get, the more I understand that line.
If you've ever worked in management, you understand.
But what was Magnus's plan on Junk? Just to blow them all up with the Matrix or something? Why does he think that's the darkest hour? I thought they were supposed to save the Matrix for fighting Unicron.
I'll use the power of the Matrix.
He makes good choices, but also just seems to not be good fit for a leader. And then he dies, but doesn't stay dead.
Yeah.
Later incarnations also have him die, but not really. Like in Prime, when he gets beat up by the Terracons and then just stays on life support for the rest of the movie. And I'm like, why didn't you just kill him?
Or Animated, where he gets...
Animated also did that, where he got attacked in a terrorist attack, and then he was on life support for the rest of the show.
And then he got used for
Sorry,
propaganda.
a terrorist attack?
Oh, yeah.
In Transformers Animated. It was like a Decepticon bombing or something.
No, it was Shockwave in disguise as Longarm,
That's right.
That's
right. Yeah. It was an inside job. Shockwave did 9/11. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Disguise. Anyway.
Let's cut in some footage from the Transformers 3 movie.
Anyway. But, yeah. So... Yeah, Ultra Magnus, I think we've discussed this a little bit before, but Ultra Magnus, he's good middle management, but isn't the charismatic leader that the Autobots needed.
Yes. He doesn't have the touch.
Yeah, he doesn't have the touch.
He doesn't dare.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a soldier versus a warrior.
Yes.
He doesn't see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Which, like, of his own admission, too. Like, he says, Prime,
Yeah.
I'm just a soldier. I'm not worthy. And it's like, this is one of the few times that it's like, yeah, that's a pretty accurate assessment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He knows himself. It's like, no, you will rise up. And he's like, no, seriously, you really don't want me.
I can't handle it.
I can't, please. No.
And then we get Mad Max Transformers.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the absurdity of the Junkions. Them talking TV is just, it's too relatable.
They're a sticking, what is it called? They're a cargo cult. Like,
Yeah.
And I love that they're like interchangeable, like they fall apart and put themselves back together and stuff. And just the whole planet of junk as like this, it's like the good version of that giant iceberg of trash out in the Pacific Ocean.
yeah. Well, I also love that they use each other as mounts.
Yeah, they all turn
Them
into
like
motorcycles.
interchangeably, like one gets knocked off and then the motorcycle he was riding on transforms and then jumps onto another guy who transforms into another motorcycle and stuff. Like it's such a cool concept.
Everywhere. Yeah.
I love how Transformers generally like casually treat each other as vehicles.
Yes,
too.
yeah. And
It's just kind of funny.
And we've seen that since the very first episode, too, because Wheeljack turns into that little van and then Bumblebee rides inside him.
Yeah.
But,
Omega Supreme as a concept where it's like, it's a
Exactly.
big talking spaceship.
I mean, I guess you would, you know? I mean, it's kind of the same idea as a rickshaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
But,
like it's like the conundrum with the Cars movie where it's like, okay, if a car in the Cars universe is a bus, functionally he's useless because what purpose does a bus car serve? You can't ride inside him.
That sounds very ableist, Hayden.
Oh my god.
Obviously, the function of a bus is to have moving billboards on.
Oh yeah, obviously. But then you also have like the boats and stuff where it's like the big boat where all the little cars like
You just make them bigger.
I guess, yeah.
And then you can fit it. You fit the little Guidos in there.
Yeah.
Not the Guidos. What's the little forklift guy?
Guido.
Oh, that is Guido.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Cars world building is messed up to me. But
It's not as
Automobile.
smooth and flawless as Transformers world building.
I love how the Junkions keep getting brought up, but then they keep having to wait their turn to be relevant. Like, first we go. Also, there's like commercial breaks in this movie.
Yeah, it's like weird fade to blacks.
But like, you know, they land on junk and then the Junkions are like, we're gonna get them. Here we have a cannon, which they never use. And then we fade to black and then they get attacked by they're like, we cut to a different scene. Then we cut back and then they're gonna attack, but they get interrupted by the Decepticons who attack. Then they finally get to attack after they realize Ultra Magnus is dead, but not really. But anyway. And then everybody has a big dance party, and I love it.
Oh yeah.
This movie can't get
Stupid.
this movie can't get any crazier, and yet it does because they all the universal greeting works, and they have a big dance party, and it's amazing.
I just don't. Grimlock gets kissed.
Well, you can blame that on the Junkions watch a lot of TV. How are the Junkions getting Earth channels? Are they also in the Earth solar system?
I like to think, tying into Beast Wars lore, they got the golden disc.
Because, like, what anime is Rekgar watching? He's got a ninja, a lady, and a pop star, or is he channel surfing? And how are they getting Earth TV? Like maybe they're in their solar system. But all the TV stations that Rekgar shows is Earth people.
We have Lady in Hat, Lady on the Ed Sullivan Show. I don't remember the other one.
Maybe the junk comes from rebuilding Cybertron and its moons or something like that.
No clue.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The writers of Transformers have no concept of space.
No.
You guys have addressed this before.
Scale as a joke is not only bound to the Transformers themselves, but to the universe.
Now, to be fair, a lot of people don't really comprehend how big even our solar system is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Space is
And
huge.
in a space opera, you don't want to have to just be waiting around for years for the good guys to get from one planet to another. They either go really fast or it just doesn't take very long to get there. And as long as it's internally consistent, internal consistency is more important than realism.
Yeah.
Because ultimately this is, most sci-fi that aren't hard sci-fi are essentially fantasy with technology.
Right.
Yeah. I want realism in my movie about transforming robots.
Right?
I was really taken out of the dance party sequence with the Junkions and the Dinobots and the Autobots. I was just thinking too much about the scale of this universe. Where is Junkion in relation to the rest of the planet?
Look, I gave up thinking about that when the Constructicons turned into Devastator inside of Astro Train.
Oh, it's beautiful.
You gotta jettison some weight, or he'll never make it to Cybertron.
Maybe what he should have said is, y'all gotta stop moving around because it keeps throwing me off course.
The Energon is actually Spice Melange from Doom, and they're like the Guild Navigators in Transformers, just fold and unfold space
Yes.
on a whim.
I would believe that. And then they also have space bridges, so,
Yeah.
In season 3, they actually show that they have bigger space bridges that you can fly entire spaceships through.
Oh, yeah.
So. Anyway.
The Junkions just know who Unicron is.
Yes, in the final
yeah.
film.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Okay, so one theory is that could be that they just overheard, because they keep showing up in the background, just seeing these different scenes happen. They could have heard Galvatron talking about Unicron, my master. I'll use this to make you my slave, right? So they could have, because if they were overhearing that whole conversation, they heard Ultra Magnus, first of all, second curse word in the movie.
Yeah.
Secondly,
Relatively minor
says,
in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, yeah. He says, Prime, you said the Matrix will light our darkest hour. And then Galvatron says, Unicron, I'll use this to make you my slave. And then overhearing Hot Rod, RC, and Ultra Magnus discuss the Matrix is gone. Galvatron has it. Where's Galvatron? Where is he? He just knows the answer is Unicron. I don't know what Unicron is, but
He's just got ADHD pattern recognition.
Right. Now, in earlier drafts, they were actually being infected by Unicron because Unicron was near the planet of Junk, which is why it takes them so... Unicron is in between the planet of Junk and the planet of Cybertron.
I don't hate that. That's pretty good.
He's mind controlling them. That's why they initially attack the Autobots.
I actually really like that.
But as that's not in the final film, I don't consider it canon.
Yeah.
However, the Marvel Comics in the UK actually follow this up with, I think in the comic adaptations, this is actually explained as being part of the thing. But when Unicron is destroyed in the comics, his head lands on the planet of Junk and mind controls the Junkions. And then Death's Head, who is not a Transformer, but is basically the Boba Fett of Transformers in the UK, teams up with Wreck-Gar and somebody else. I think it's Perceptor to destroy Unicron's head.
Cool.
And Rodimus. And Galvatron.
Kill the Grand Poobah.
Anyway, but yes, so
I love that you have to specify that it's only in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
Transformers media is so disjointed from a casual perspective.
yeah, there's the U.S. comics and the UK comics.
It's like,
and
oh,
it
you mean
just
the
gets
Marvel
wild.
comics from the 80s, right? No, the UK comics. Two very different things.
I love how absurd it is.
Oh, yeah.
Transformers has always been just a disjointed mixed bag of various continuities from its inception. Don't even get me started on the Choose Your Own Adventure novels.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about junk before we get to any other junk you want to discuss?
I just wanted to say, while Hayden can't stand Wheelie's voice, I cannot stand the lead Junkion guy with the Australian accent. They added like this sound filter to his voice that adds, and it hurts my ears actively.
It's like a wah-wah. It goes back and forth, and it's like a sort of warble sound. So it just distorts all of the most important vowels and consonants of every sentence that he says.
I don't like it.
I hate it. I've never been able to understand anything he says.
No.
Subtitles only barely help, because what he actually says is absurdity.
Yeah, because he's just talking. They brought on Eric Idle from Monty Python to quote television commercials.
Yes.
That was Eric Idle?
Yes.
That was Eric Idle.
Not in season 3, but in the movie. Yes.
Just in the movie, but
and
still.
then in Transformers Animated, it's Weird Al.
Yeah.
Oh. That's fun.
Yeah.
Tangent on that one. It's tied to both the Universal Greeting and to Weird Al. But there's a scene in Animated where Wreck-Gar shows up and what is his name? Lugnut, the Decepticon, has a arm that can turn into basically a nuclear warhead.
The punch of kill everything.
The punch of kill everything. That's canonically what it's called. And it's got a big red button on the front. And when he presses the button, like by punching someone, it detonates. So he points it at Wreck-Gar, and Wreck-Gar says, "Oh, the Universal Greeting. Ba weep grana weep ninny
It does like sign language too.
And he presses the button and explodes both of them. It's my favorite scene in all of Transformers Animated. Anyway, tangent over.
All right, we're in the home stretch, guys.
We're getting there.
It's
Unicron!
It's very Megatron. It's very Megatron coded of Galvatron to try to flip the script and control a Unicron with, "Unicron, I have the Matrix. I'll make you my slave."
Okay.
But yeah, like Galvatron's and Megatron's ambition took him to the absolute insanity of trying to control Unicron.
Yep.
Like the last time we saw him in Bot, he was going to remove the moon and replace it with, I don't know, a Death Star to control the Earth's tidal forces.
Yep.
Now he's trying to control an entire planet. An entire
changed.
sentient eldritch horror planet.
But I love that the beginning of the reveal of Unicron is Megatron up to his old schemes.
Yes.
It's like, I'll just control him. Like, every other scheme, like you said.
Yeah.
The simple statement of, "You underestimate me, Galvatron," and then just starting to transform. It's terrifying.
So good. There's a...
All right. I think it's really awesome to have a transforming planet robot. And of course, it's an even cooler toy.
Yes.
But I think he's way cooler in planet form.
Yes.
I think so too, and I think that as we'll, as I've noticed, me Grimlock kick butt. The Dinobots are more powerful than a self-destructing moon. This could be because, like the Dinobots in Desertion of the Dinobots, he's more well armored in planet mode than he may be more mobile in devil mode. But he's more well armored in planet mode. And yeah, I do think that it's terrifying. This like, you know, entire planet is talking to you, and like you just don't know what is this, where did it come from.
Well, yeah, it's
where
like
to go, Cop Night Joe.
I think his planet form is more thematic with him as a concept.
Yeah,
like it's a giant mouth in the middle of a planet that opens up and like sucks in everything.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's also like parasitic with like the way that the horns come in and pinch a planet to like draw it in and stuff. It feels way more thematic with the idea of him being like the embodiment of hunger, of just consuming. And
Yeah.
But I agree with you,
more
Jonah.
okay
Like,
with the transformation if he transformed, or it transformed into something like not, you know, bipedal, like a human.
non-human.
If it was something
Yeah.
weird and maybe incomprehensible, like his
giant spider.
yeah,
I got good news for you. There is
maybe like a fly trap instead, or something like that.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, I love the idea of like he transforms into something even more horrifying, but it's still in theme with the devouring sort of thing.
Yeah.
However, I think that as demonstrated by the recent movie Rise of the Beast and the Transformers Armada video game on the PlayStation 2, it would not be as cinematic to just have it would not be as visually cinematic to just have a planet attack being the source of attack. I mean, Star Wars did it pretty well, but they also have a lot of character drama going on at the same time. You know, you've got in the first movie, you've got Darth Vader also piloting a thing, so that's your real main menace, and then the threat of it destroying the rebel base. In the third movie, you've got 3 fights going on at the same time. You got the battle on the planet, you got the battle in space, you've got the what do you call it, the throne room battle. And also Star Wars hasn't set a precedent of things transforming. Which there is a huge theme of bigger and bigger transformations through this, which number one is just, you know, cinema trying to one-up itself constantly. But also, you know, the movie starts with, like, they transform Autobot City into a battle station. Then there's the whole junk pile transforming into a giant spaceship on the planet Junk. And then the whole freaking planet transforming into the biggest Transformers of all. And then the biggest transformation of all, a young punk growing into a mature leader.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I think it is, like, that has always been the wow factor of Unicron, is that he's a big dude as well as an unknowable eldritch threat. I think...
Also, they were going to make a toy of him, but it never came to fruition.
Yeah. I think... the problem that I have is that, like,
until Armada, but anyway.
Yeah. But I think the problem that I have with it is that, like, it's such a spectacle. It's such a horrifying realization of, like, oh, he's a guy, and and then his speech to Galvatron about, like, you know, I thought about sparing Cybertron, but I'm just gonna spite you now and destroy it, and all of that building up to him slamming a hand over a continent in time with the beat drop. Everything after that, it loses a lot of threat factor because it's wildly inconsistent with how big he is, how many people are fighting him, his size, like, changes all the time, his level of impenetrability, like, you know, oh, we can make him bleed and stuff. Like, there's never really, like, a moment where it feels like, oh, now he's a robot, it's all over. Like, now it's a robot, now we can hurt him, sort of thing. And it's like, I don't think you really want that effect narratively, but, you know.
Yeah. Now he's a robot, so the artists don't know scale anymore. Proper scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Animation's hard, bro.
Yeah. But, I mean...
I get it.
It's kind of a physical embodiment of like the battle because they are going up against this giant guy. It kind of harkens back to classic animation of like, you know, Fantasia with the big demon on the mountain at the end of Fantasia.
Bald Mountain.
Night on Bald Mountain. And also like it makes the battle a little more personal because it's a transformer. It's, you know, human shaped. So now I think also it gives a little bit of hope that the good guys can win, you know?
Yeah. Because if he's a guy, then we can beat a guy. Like...
Yeah. Now, Transformers Armada does it a little bit differently where they are like strategizing, like how are we going to take him down? You know, we got to fly in to different areas on him and like destroy certain things and try to, you know, create an opening so that Optimus and Megatron can go inside.
Ultimately, even when they do kill him, the real threat is not his physical body. The real threat is the mental presence that he has. It's the idea of Unicron that's his most evil and threatening part of him in Armada, but that's not the case here.
But I think also it's Unicron finally overstepping his own bounds because
Unicron overestimating himself.
Yeah, Unicron overestimates himself. Yeah, he can cause more destruction quickly, but he doesn't realize that because this is playing into the themes once again of, you know, don't give up, you know, reject nihilism, embrace dare,
embrace dare.
Embrace the universal greeting, is that even though the Autobots and Decepticons never formally agree to it, they are actually working together against Unicron. The Decepticons send out an assault against them, and then the Autobots join in and fight him. And it's just representative of that moment that the evil does overstep itself and thinks that it's too good. Or too good at its job. You know. Unkillable. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. The moment that evil thinks that it's unkillable is the moment that it rolls out, you know, Smaug saying, you know, look at my belly, isn't it beautiful? And Bilbo says, there is a chink missing in your armor, you know. That is what this, you know. So you're absolutely right. It is this crazy shock factor and, you know, cinematic, you know, oh, now the battle's getting real, you know. But you're right. Once you start thinking about it, it's like, no, we can do it. We can win, you know.
Which leads to the Dare reprise.
Right. But, I mean, which leads to the Dare reprise, as you said, you know. But the inside of Unicron is so scary because you get to see people getting digested in this horrible, like, stomach acid. You get people being eaten and crushed. The Coneheads get killed, even though they come back immediately in the next episode.
I'm gonna be real. Even to this day, the digestion sequence still makes ironically, my stomach churn. It's just
messed up.
It's so messed up.
Yeah, it's a real
You see them like melting, thrashing around in it as their like skin is slowing off of their bones.
It's when Pointless Hub called this movie the curse, actual curse, like Transformers movie. Like if you describe this to somebody, like, oh yeah, all the characters died and people got digested in the end. Like it would sound like edgy, but like it's actually I forgot how messed up this was until I watched it. Like
exactly. Yeah, and then like we said, it fulfills Daniel's character arc because like it is his darkest moment, but he comes through and he saves his dad and Jazz and all of them, and then
I don't know what they did to Corey Burton in the voice booth when he's like, Daniel, use the exosuit, and then it's not working. He's about to get digested, and then his hooray!
Yeah. Michelle and I laughed at that too.
It genuinely felt like in the booth they were holding him above a vat of acid.
But yeah, it sounded so desperate.
Yeah.
Good.
This does a little bit, speaking of Star Wars, this does a little bit of what Return of the Jedi does, where as the allies lose, the main character loses, but as the allies win, the main character starts to win again in his fight against Galvatron. And I like how, Hot Rod and Galvatron kind of get isolated out. And even Galvatron actually offers, let's team up against Unicron, but then... Unicron's like, nah, you're still working for me.
I kind of like
he
that.
becomes, once again, a messenger for the themes of Unicron.
Yeah.
With his lines about, like, we must all die someday, And then Hot Rod's just like, no, not today, Galvatron, which echoes Optimus saying to Megatron when Megatron says, it's over, Prime. Optimus says, never,
Yeah.
It's all, the theme of the movie is reject nihilism, embrace, dare to be stupid.
Right.
Or, yeah, anyway.
Yeah, and I kind of like that the Galvatron appeals to the Till All Are One ideology.
Yeah.
Of, like, his... he's bending it to his own advantage of like, oh, well, we got it, the enemy of my enemy is my friend and stuff. But like, no, the actual Till All Are One ideology is that Till All Are One in that there's no ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And he reprises that in Burden Hardest to Bear in season 3 when he says, at last, all shall be one, when he gets the Matrix back again and he's going to use it as weapon.
Yeah.
But he means everybody's going to be one big slag of heap. Heap of slag, sorry.
Slag of heap.
Sorry. I've been talking too much. So I just want to point out real quick another little defense of the movie. People sometimes complain about Hot Rod being choked because he doesn't need to breathe. He was underwater and it could be in space. And I'm like, come on, it's not about suffocation. It's about his head being ripped off.
To be fair, I think this movie could probably do a death where somebody is choked and then their head gets ripped off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And Galvatron is also, another thing about the Izzy Galvatron, Izzy Megatron is he says first Prime, then Ultra Magnus, now you.
So he does remember killing.
So he does remember killing Optimus, but yeah. So he is and isn't Megatron, I guess.
Yeah.
He's very Megatron coded though.
Megatron coded.
Yeah.
On the Matrix itself, there's a lot of. Obviously, we know that it's the collected wisdom of the Primes and everything like that. Prime himself says, one day an Autobot will rise from our ranks and use the power of the Matrix to light our darkest hour.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Ultra Magnus kind of breezes over that first part of it, and Autobot will rise from our ranks. Mm-hmm. That's the important part, is someone rising to the occasion.
Yes.
He just views it as like, oh, well, the Matrix is like an infinite power source of some kind. I'll just like rip it open at some point and then like save the day. That's where he goes wrong with it. The real power of the Matrix is when someone worthy, someone who has fought through hell and back to become made of sterner stuff, picks it up and opens it. But we have no idea what exactly the type of energy it is, and also why is Unicron himself so afraid of the Matrix? Like he knows for a fact that that's the only thing that can kill him. Why is it the only thing that can kill him? Doesn't really matter. But it's interesting to think about with like, I guess it is antithetical to him as a concept, because it's like a all for one and one for all in My Hero Academia, where it's like one is consuming everything into himself until it is nothing but himself. And then the other one is taking all of the past experiences of all the past leaders and everything and combining them into one greater whole. But that's kind of all we really have to go off of as far as like, why mechanically is it that when the Matrix is opened, Unicron gets destroyed? But I don't know.
Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah. I think that there's a bit of a plot hole with the Matrix. Maybe it's just a nitpick, but everyone seems to know that the Matrix is powerful, but nobody seems to know how to use it or even attempts to like try to use it.
Yeah.
Like,
what are these
Ultra
little
Magnus-
hole things for?
I love that you have to put your fingers in the holes.
Like,
Nobody else figured that out. Like Mega Galvatron's trying to rip it open from the middle part, and then like Ultra Magnus is just holding the handles in general. Yeah.
Like, do they know that it's supposed to be like a power up? If that's the case, then why wouldn't Galvatron just go ahead and try and use that instead of waiting until like the most dire moment?
Yeah.
Well, like Hot Rod says, it can't be used by a Decepticon.
Yeah.
And also...
That's another curious thing. It shouldn't be tied to allegiances, right?
It's called the Autobot Matrix of Leadership.
But is there a Decepticon matrix?
Well,
of
that's what the
leadership?
Quintessons trick Galvatron with
Oh, I forgot about
in the
that.
Five Faces of Darkness.
Yeah.
But yeah, the so yeah, this would have been explained more in one of the earlier drafts. Is that, well, in the first draft, it was actually Optimus Prime's soul comes out and joins with Ultra Magnus's soul, and then when Ultra Magnus's soul is stolen by by Optimus, and Ultra Magnus is stolen by Galvatron, and then Hot Rod uses just their raw spark energy to destroy Unicron. But then it became something else, and as we know, it's passed down from leader to leader, has the collective wisdom of the ancients.
Yeah.
So I will agree that it's not too well explained in this movie, except on a thematic and sort of metatextual sense. If just you have to get the themes of the movie to understand what it's doing. So it can stand on its own, but I could bear to have a little bit more info dumping about the Matrix in this movie.
Yeah.
This movie already goes a mile a minute. It's like, don't worry about it.
You can slow down for 5 seconds to explain what this is.
Yeah.
No, don't think. Stan Bush.
Yeah.
Don't
exactly.
think. Just dare.
It's got the touch. Yeah, but no, the Matrix, Optimus, here's what we know from the movie. Optimus says, I will pass you the Matrix as it was passed to me. One day an Autobot will rise from the ranks to use the power of the Matrix to light our darkest hour. Hot Rod is shown to have some sort of effect on the Matrix. It glows when he touches it, right? And then later he says, "You're right, it can," to Ultra Magnus, theorizing that the Matrix could stop Unicron.
He says, "I just got this
Unicron
feeling."
says the Matrix is the only... Unicron tells Megatron Galvatron, destroy the Matrix, because... Also, I love how he sends him off after he creates him. He's like, remember, destroy the Matrix.
Remember, buddy, destroy the Matrix.
It is the one thing that can stand in my way, right? So, thematically, from... just on the movie, what it represents is the hope of the future, the unwavering optimism with wisdom, if that makes sense, right?
Optiwisdom.
Right.
Optiwisdom Prime.
The necessary the need for the needs that the Autobots have for leadership, and the leader needs to lead the Autobots out of their darkest hour, and Unicron is thematically their darkest hour.
Yeah.
Now, as is it H-Bomber guy or
H-Bomber guy, I think.
or
Pointless Hub.
Pointless Hub. One of them points out that Unicron is the embodiment of nihilism, as we've been mentioning.
Yeah.
And that Hot Rod in this scene is denying nihilism and embracing hope. So on a thematic level it works, even if the exact science isn't explained. However, in in the Return of Optimus Prime, obviously
Optimus goes on a spirit quest.
Yes, well,
into the Matrix.
the sorry, in the Five Phases of Darkness, it's explored further. The Matrix, you can literally access the memories of the former leaders of the Autobots.
Avatar state style.
Yeah, Avatar state style. In the Return of Optimus Prime, the antagonist is the hate plague, where everybody hates each other.
Like 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. We're back. We come back. We full circle. Yeah. So, and Optimus uses the Matrix to cure the hate plague because the Matrix is wisdom. Wisdom gives you, patience. Patience allows you to calm anger and hate.
Yeah.
Wisdom allows you to be optimistic and forward-thinking and hopeful, even in the darkest times, to defeat the embodiment of nihilism, depression, and cruelty. Unicron.
Yeah.
Oppression. So the wisdom of the ancients manifests as a power source to the Autobots because what are the Autobots? They are robots. What do robots run on? Power. Electricity. Energon.
Yeah.
What is wisdom for a robot stored on? Electricity run, power source run, mechanisms, computer chips, crystals. The Matrix, it looks like it's made out of crystals. What is a major power source in all of Transformers? Crystals.
Corlonium crystals.
Corlonium. Yeah, maybe it's made out of corlonium crystals.
The ruby mines of Burma.
The ruby
Right.
It's all connected.
Yeah, the ruby crystal mines of Burma, the corlonium crystals, the energon crystals from Beast Wars, which is connected to Generation 1, the energon crystals from other Transformers series. The Matrix is a crystal like in Superman or something, where you store data on the crystals.
Oh, in the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah. It's wisdom stored as energy, energy stored on crystals. When you open it, the crystals have no barrier and just release the energy of the collected wisdom that runs on energy. So it's a nuclear bomb made out of RAM. Go ahead.
Why does Transformers have the same fixation on crystals that every woman I've dated has? Do they also have zodiac charts too?
That would be the 13 primes.
Yes, that would be.
Oh my gosh. Transformers has everything.
Next time you're talking to a crystal girl, just tell them you've been on a podcast about Transformers and mention the ruby crystal mines of Burma.
Oh yeah. That'll get her to be my girlfriend.
That'll woo the ladies.
Wife me up.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Just like, do you believe in crystals? I believe in the matrix of leadership.
I believe in the crystal ruby mines of Burma.
Corlonium crystal. You've never heard of corlonium crystals? That's you must be an underling. And then they leave.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
okay.
goodness. Yeah.
So yeah, Unicron's whole destruction sequence.
Galvatron gets yeeted all the way to Throll.
Yes. I think it's so funny that Galvatron is built up to be like this super powerful threat. The second he gets into hand-to-hand combat, it's over. Like, it's two moves, and then he's just wrestler move thrown out of the movie.
Yeah.
He relies on his gun.
Optimus speaks out. So is it Optimus, Primus, or the Matrix itself that tells him that he's Rodimus Prime?
It's Peter Cullen. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
It's gotta be him.
Yeah. Oh, also, Unicron specifically says he's going to dismember Cybertron, do you think that he thinks that it's Primus?
Yeah, we can't assume that Primus is a thing as of right now.
Because I think that was in one of the drafts, but again, it's not in the finished movie, so it's not canon.
Yeah. It's just
he's never in any of the season 3. He's only in the Marvel comics.
Yeah, it's only now
a
very common thing that Unicron is a planet that turns into a Transformer. Likewise, Cybertron is a planet that turns into a Transformer, who's Primus, and he made all of the Transformers. And he's the brother of Unicron. And Unicron hates his brother, which is why he wants to eat Cybertron. That's later. None of this is present for this movie. So,
which I kind of like that he's not explained in this movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like Unicron better as an unknowable, terrifying threat.
Yeah. Which this movie does fantastic. Season 3 kind of ruins that with Call of the Primitives, but we can overlook that.
I don't think Unicron should ever have an origin beyond just primordial origin.
That's why I think Armada does him pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the weird transformation, is that it would insinuate about his origin. But maybe his creators, but like the Mass Effect Reavers, but it wouldn't confirm anything. It would leave a lot to your imagination.
Yeah. Because like the season 3 tries to explain it away as he is kind of like, the Reavers and stuff with he's a constructed thing by a little dude, like a little monkey man. And it's like, okay.
Well, in one of the drafts, it was going to be the Quintessons that built Unicron, specifically as a weapon to destroy the Transformers.
Interesting.
And I guess they gave it to the Primacron later on.
Which, that is showing up in certain chunks of lore. But, it's not super common. But, yeah.
Well, in IDW, he is created by a disgruntled guy from some random planet that the Transformers killed his family or something like that.
Built by a guy.
I guess that's more accurate to season 3.
Yeah.
But, anyway.
But
still kind of weird.
All of this is interesting to think about in regards to Unicron's final line, where he says, "Destiny, you can't destroy my destiny." But what does he mean by destiny? What do you mean by that? But yeah, it makes a lot of sense for him to say destiny if we're going off of the Primus origin. But that isn't a thing right now. So I like it being this unexplainable aspect of his personality, is that he believes it's his destiny to consume Cybertron. Why? We'll never find out. We beat him.
Yeah. Well, he like we've been saying, he's the living embodiment of the antithesis of everything the Autobots stand for.
Yeah.
Here's what Orson Welles had to say about his role as Unicron.
From the source.
The Japanese have funded a full-length animated cartoon about which already that's inaccurate. The Japanese are working on it, and partial funding. Mostly it's coming from Hasbro. But anyway, an animated cartoon about the doings of these toys, which is all bad outer space stuff. I play a planet. I menace somebody called something or other. Then I'm destroyed. My plan is to destroy whoever it is thwarted, and I tear myself apart on the screen.
It's a pretty accurate summary.
Yeah, astute, Orson. Very astute.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Something or other.
It's both funny and creepy to me that Unicron's head becomes the new moon.
Yeah.
Yes. The moon.
It's staring at us with its broken eyes. I love that they take out his other eye on their way out.
Yeah. Well, it feels very Majora's Mask to just have a giant face floating over the Cybertron.
It's slightly less menacing knowing that that's the decapitated head of your enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine going out and just seeing that, just sipping on your coffee, like, yeah, I killed that guy.
What a power trip for Hot Rod.
To see the lamentation of the enemies. It's a war trophy. Cosmic war trophy.
to hear the weeping of their women who I thought were extinct.
A female.
Speaking of, do you think
Female once.
Shockwave died or not? Because in the script, apparently it says he dies, but we don't see it on screen. Like I
wanna
said,
believe.
we don't see it on screen. We don't see a body. We don't hear a name in season 3. So I assume that he's still alive until further notice. Which, thanks to the many animation errors of ACOM, he appears several times in season 3. So
Yeah.
who knows? He also
Who
appears on
knows?
Earth when he's not supposed to in ACOM episodes. Anyway,
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Oh, also, do you want to justify this note that says Hot Rod is hot?
Yeah. Hot Rod just has an incredibly awesome character design. I'm sorry, it's just amazing.
Yes.
Sleek.
Look, my other maybe lukewarm, maybe not opinion is that I actually like Hot Rod. I think that there's this thing with millennials and Gen X, big time nerd fans, where they'll see a character who does something wrong and they're like, I hate him because he got Optimus killed, or this person was kind of annoying. Like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
part of their character. They change over the course of the story and become a hero, become the
Yeah.
next leader.
Right.
Like that's how storytelling works, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. No, definitely. I agree. I've always liked Hot Rod as a character and his story, and season 3 does very interesting things with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like it's almost as if like people are flawed and make mistakes, and
Yeah.
it's about seeing people grow into becoming more than what they were, and yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people just have a problem of disliking characters or movies because, like you said, either, you know, part of the story had them do something that they did, you know, they didn't like, or like
And there is a difference between
or
that
they
and
didn't-
like bad writing as well.
Yeah. This is a well written, you know, character arc.
Yeah.
You know, and then like, you know, they just can't handle things not going the way that they wanted it to, you know, like, oh no, Optimus died. And I understand for like a 5-year-old that could be very traumatizing. I think the only reason it wasn't traumatizing to us was because this was like the 5th or 6th thing that we had seen in Transformers. And then also, you know, we grew up, we grew up at church, so we were always hearing about people dying
And coming back to life.
Do y'all know about that? I think it was a church in Canada where they have like a Christmas play like every year.
Yes.
But they use popular media and they like crucify
Yes!
the main character.
Yes.
Wild! Absolutely wild. They need to do a Transformers one.
Yes.
I think was it Jenny Nicholson has a whole
Yeah.
breakdown of that.
Yes.
Yeah, go watch that video if you have questions.
Wild. Absolutely wild. But yeah, so but yeah, I can understand how Optimus dying can be traumatizing, but at the same time, you can't take it out on Hot Rod. You can't dismiss all the a funny anecdote. One of the audio commentaries on the movie is some fans, and one of the fans, after Starscream dies, he's like, well, that's it, that's the end of Generation 1 for me, and he just gets up and leaves the audio commentary. He's not in the rest of the audio commentary. And it's like, yeah, okay, I understand on one hand, like, yeah, they've gotten rid of all of the familiar characters, but on the other hand, you know, why don't you just try to understand what the story is doing, you know? It's like everybody who doesn't
Selling
like the
toys.
Yeah, to sell
No,
toys,
kidding.
you know? Here's the new toys. Interesting thing, this is the first batch of toys that were specifically designed to be Transformers. All the other ones are reuses of Diaclone and things from other series. So these are these are the first real Transformers. the characters in this
Transformers TM.
movie. Yeah. But I may be wrong on that. There may be a few Transformer original. Like, I think some of the
Season 2 cast?
technically some of the season 2 cast were made but never released under Diaclone. So they were, the first time they were ever released was as Transformers. So technically they're the first Transformers, but technically these are the first from scratch Transformers.
Yeah.
Which make them very interesting toys. Yeah, you know, it's like the same thing with like the prequels. Oh, it's not what I imagined they would be, so it's bad. You know, well, why don't you try to understand what the story's trying to do here, and maybe you'll enjoy it. You know,
Yeah.
Or you know, just don't. You can just watch the part that you like and stop before the part that you don't like. You know, whatever. It's a huge thing, and always forcing you to watch this, so it's okay. It's okay. But I enjoy.
It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep.
But we can.
Yeah, this is a.
It says the people who just talked for 4 hours on this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a perfectly like a movie doesn't need to be a masterpiece. It can just be entertaining. Right. Like this is a perfectly entertaining movie.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you can glean as much as you want to, or as little as you want to, out of this movie, and it's just a roller coaster.
You could miss all of the nihilism and hope for living themes, or you could delve into them for 4 hours like we did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like your question about does anybody other than Unicron and maybe Rodimus know that Galvatron is Megatron?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Maybe?
And,
by season 3, probably.
Yeah, in season 3, Astro Train seems to know.
Yeah. Astro Train always knows.
And using his godlike abilities.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. It is a very good question. I think in season 3 people have figured it out because they do seem to mention it.
Yeah, good ending. I just like that they're like capping it off with like, you know, this is the ends and it's all peace and happiness till all are one. It's not, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy mackerel.
Wow.
This was a roller coaster. All right. Well, we'll get into our favorite quote from each episode. Well, for each movie. For one movie. But we're going to do...
To save time, we're going to do... each of us give one favorite quote. And it doesn't have to be your number one favorite. It doesn't have to be, you know... I can quote this whole movie back and forth.
Yeah.
It's all my favorite quote. So just pick one that you want to point out.
Yeah.
Jonah, would you like to start?
Jonah, you first.
It's a tough pick, but I just feel like "Die Autobots" is too iconic.
It kind of captures this whole movie's tone.
It does.
I think mine is probably Springer's just incredibly suave line. I got better things to do tonight than die. It's so good.
Mine has to be Cup's fix me. Fix me. All right, next segment. Favorite character, who and why?
Gosh.
Cup. Cup's just always my favorite character.
Cup is also my favorite character. And spoilers for the new run of comics. Spoilers for the new run of comics. When he dies in that, that just felt like gore of my comfort character.
I know. It's like, that's Cup. That's Cup getting his chest blasted open.
I was reading that while my car was getting fixed, ironically.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, now I'm just sad and O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Just,
Yeah.
But yeah, me.
Also, his spotlight from IDW is just horrifying.
Spotlight from IDW, his whole run in the 2005 IDW with the cigar. Oh my gosh. For me, favorite character probably
Wheelie?
no, adjacent to Wheelie, Grimlock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
It's
that's
hard
fair.
to beat a classic.
It's like it's always a flip flop between all the different characters that show up and stuff. But then he says, "Me Grimlock kick butt," and I'm like, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, we're skipping Magic Slide, Hand Tech, and favorite errors because we've gone on too long. Mm-hmm. Next segment. End of season duels. This section happens at the end of a season or at the end of a movie. We're going to talk about the duels of Optimus versus Megatron and Hot Rod versus Galvatron, scoring them on a story scale of Autobot leaders, Team Leader, City Commander, Convoy, Supreme Leader, and Prime. This is how it plays to the story. Then the spectacle scale, how epic it looks. Air Commander, Treacherous Lieutenant, Nemesis, Tyrant of the Firmament, and Emperor of Destruction. Decepticon ranks, obviously. Yeah. All right. So let's rate Optimus versus Megatron. Story scale.
Story scale, I would say Prime. Spectacle sales, Supreme Leader, because it's short and I need more.
Yeah.
I would actually say the opposite. Supreme Leader for story scale, because it's not the end-all be-all in the movie.
Yeah,
it is to their story, but in the context of the movie itself, it's only the beginning.
Yeah.
And then for the spectacle scale, I might actually say Emperor of Destruction, because it's a nice fight.
Yeah.
It's a nice fight. Yeah, go ahead, Jonah.
I would personally put it at Prime because the fight is peak.
Yes.
There were 2 seasons building up to like a final confrontation between the two.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just too memorable. It's iconic.
Yeah.
I would probably put it a spectacle scale. Like, I mean, the lead up to the fight is where most of the spectacle is, with Optimus Prime like blowing through all the Decepticons. But here, I'd probably agree with maybe Treacherous Lieutenant or Nemesis for spectacle, because it is a really cool fight, but it's not like crazy. It's not like Duel of the Fates, Star Wars, or anything.
It is
But
like it's more of a knockdown drag out, less than like, crazy spectacle.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's satisfying.
I got you. Yeah.
And then,
I understand. Yeah, if you put it at the end of, if this was an episode and it was at the end of season 2, then I might have ranked it as Prime. But as part of the movie, I put it down to Supreme Leader.
Yeah.
Valid.
And then Hot Rod versus Galvatron.
Yes.
Story scale for me is Convoy, just kind of middle of the road. It's like, it's all right. They don't really know each other. Spectacle scale, Air Commander. It's quite literal. Well, actually, okay. Their whole fight, as far as it ranges through Unicron, yeah, I put that at like Nemesis or Tyrant of the Firmament.
From Come Out Autobot, We Almost Die Someday, to who?
Okay, if we're judging it from there,
it's including him transforming into Rodimus Prime. It's from from Puny Autobot, you lack even Prime's courage.
Okay.
All the way through, not counting all the cutaways, all the way through to Galvatron exiting Unicron.
If we're talking that, then I would say probably story scale, still middle of the pack, Convoy. Spectacle, I'd put at Tyrant of the Firmament.
Yeah.
Because the fight actually is involving them transforming.
Yes.
Back and forth between robot and car and tank and car, tank and robot, and they're using their vehicle modes as they fight. Anything that actually uses the Transformers' unique ability of transformation within the fighting style instantly gets it super high up on my list.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, actually, Yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust my previous one because you're right. That is something that I always say needs to be more present in Transformers combat.
The fluidity.
The fluidity
Yeah.
of form, transforming into alt mode.
The
and
War
stuff.
for Cybertron games get this to a T.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
also Transformers
Bayformers.
Devastation,
Transformers 1.
yeah, and Transformers 1. Yeah, they all do very well with this. But yeah, so I will agree with you there. Spectacle scale, probably Emperor of Destruction. Story scale, you've swayed me on. Yeah, they don't really know each other. They've never actually. This is the first time they've ever come in contact with each other.
Yeah.
Thematically, it's way up there, but I'd probably only put it at Supreme Leader then.
Yeah, it's got to be person.
Yeah.
But as a fulfillment of Hot Rod's character arc, I gotta put it really high. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, for spectacle scale, I would rank it pretty high because a fight in a giant planet-eating transformer is really cool.
That's fair.
And like you said, like the fluidity. But I would rank it pretty low story scale, like maybe City Commander or even Team Leader. Because here's my biggest issue with this fight, other than Galvatron just kind of, I think he's kind of boring, is that they could have made him a bit more interesting in this fight. But by wiping him, like he had conflict, like, oh no, I'm going to help you defeat Unicron. But then Unicron wipes his mind and like fully programs him. And I think that's a wasted opportunity because I feel like he should have been fighting Hot Rod, but like internally, like he should have been like mentally aware that his body was acting against his will and being like having more of the internal conflict that he's loyal to Cybertron.
Yes,
that would have been really good.
That was something. Yeah, that was something that I forgot to bring up. Was that like Season 1 Megatron, Galvatron is extremely loyal to Cybertron and cares about it for his own nefarious purposes. But he is very So that is a great idea. Like maybe Hot Rod's trying to convince him to give him the Matrix, and Galvatron is trying to give him the Matrix, but Unicron keeps trying to mind control him, and because Unicron is trying to mind control Galvatron, and because he's trying to mind control probably Cyclonus and Scourge and the Sweeps all at the same time, his attention is too divided, and then that weakens him for the oncoming attack from like the Dinobots and everything like that. But that is a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, that you could have done a lot more with it.
Yeah. They could have made it more tragic, but they just wiping away his character just makes it boring.
Yeah.
But all in all, good stuff. We're gonna go ahead and skip over TF Wiki Go button trivia, sadly, but head straight to the cliffhanger question. One of us asks the other a random Transformers related question that the other will answer next episode. And whenever we have a guest, we always have the guest ask one of us. So, Jonah, would you like to ask Frankie a cliffhanger question?
Yes, I would, Frankie. So, we've established
when will
this
you
episode...
wear wigs?
Have you worn wigs?
Have you worn wigs? I don't need wigs.
So we've established that there are ancient Transformers like Unicron and to be established Primus, but are there precursor aliens or species in Transformers that maybe transcend this universe or ancient time?
Ooh.
I will have to do some digging to give you an answer on that.
There's so many answers to that.
I have a few thoughts, but I'm gonna have to confirm them.
Yes.
And you're gonna have to wait until next episode. So on to our wrap up. Finally, watching this movie, it's so fast. It's so fun, but it's also very exhausting, and we have exhausted ourselves on this podcast.
It is also exhausting to
and
talk
we've
about
probably
the best way
exhausted
possible.
we've probably exhausted your ears as well.
We have talked about this movie for over double its runtime.
The movie is like 90 minutes long, and here we are sitting at like
well over 4 hours.
well over 4 hours. I don't know how long once it's edited that's gonna be, but
It's going to be a
goodness.
beast.
Yeah, fortunately it's part 1 and 2. So
But we finally did it. The biggest episode of our podcast so far. Thank you all so much for joining us and listening to our incredibly long ramblings.
Thank y'all for inviting me.
a
Yes.
special thank you to Jonah for joining us.
It all started from you guys traumatizing me with the death of Optimus Prime when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Yep.
We did our job. Good.
It all starts with a small seed.
Would you like to read off our outro?
I would love to. I hope you all will join the BroBots in Disguise again in the next pod episode. Your marker on the page is blocking the words. Where they will be discussing the Transformers episodes The 5 Faces of Darkness, parts 1 and 5.
1
Of
through
season
5.
3 of the 1
Not just
through
1 and
5. I meant to say 1 through 5. My brain is fried.
Understandable.
Unicron ate it.
How dare Unicron! Jonah and all his brains belong to me!
I am Galva Jonah after all.
Galva Jonah now.
The 5 Faces of Darkness, parts 1 through 5 of season 3 of Transformers Generation 1, released in 1986. At the time of this recording, these Transformers episodes are available on the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel as well as on DVD and several other streaming services such as Tubi and Pluto. Not sponsored. Our podcast is available on YouTube and Spotify. Till all are one. Roll out.
Till all are one. Roll out.
Ba, 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 ba.